Hi everybody, this is Jeanette. Welcome back from wow. This is Jeanette from AJ's Personal Touch. Having a day, can you tell? Welcome back. Hope you're all doing well. It's 9:42. Tells you PM. Having a day today. But I promised myself I would get this done, so here I am, and I actually got pictures taken today, so I get a little bit going towards this. But for those of you who have been here for at least the last year and since, you know, I've been working on a baby blanket. And it's not just a baby blanket, like any old baby blanket, but I designed this baby blanket. I finished it, so I wanted to show it to you. I haven't decided if I'm planning on writing up the pattern or not. Still thinking about it. I'm not ready to turn around and make another one of these right now. I'm just not. I have another baby blanket to do. It's not going to be like this. It's going to be for the sibling of who I made this for. This is Lila's blanket, and that will be the name of it if I do indeed write it up. But if you look at it, I've got textured stitches here, and then I have some more smooth textures here. She's a toddler now. Any toddler, infant toddler, is going to love having it textured. And then I just did a linen stitch border. Now, I used ice cream yarn. And probably like, how did you get a nice thick border like that? Although the rest of this is thick with using the ice cream yarn. This is half doubles, so they're a little bit thinner than these stitches I did up here. But these were all using regular ice cream yarn, not doubled or anything. It's just I'm doing the X stitch for some, puff stitch for others. It's, if you've ever seen the mood stitch, which was new to me, I saw it, I fell in love with it, wanted to make something out of it, but it's too lacy. It's a pretty lacy stitch. It has chains in between the two stitches that make it up, and that does not make for a good baby blanket. At least not any that I will make. When I was younger, I made a baby blanket that had bigger holes in it. Went to my godson, he loved it. He called it his finger holes. He was a little bit older when he got it. But for a tree baby, I will not put holes in a blanket. So, and I really thought she would get this when she was a baby. But, other things happened, and I had days I couldn't work. And I got tired of working on it sometimes. And I promised myself it wasn't going to be a chore, and that's why I haven't written it up. I will, if somebody wants to know how to do this, and if you want to get on a virtual chat with me, I will teach you how I did it. But you also have to promise me that I will never see you put a pattern out with this design, because if this design gets put out as a pattern, I want to do it. Somebody may think of it on their own and put one out, but if it's somebody who's making it from my pattern, if I tell them how to do it, then they just have to promise they're not going to put it out. And there's a few people that I do trust. I know one friend wants to make it, and I completely trust her. I know she's not going to put this pattern out. I just have to get the, I don't know, the desire to write it out, which who knows? In the next couple months, I may do that. I just have other things I have to get done first, like getting this computer cleaned off before I update it to Windows 11. So that is the biggest right now on my list. But anyway, I'm just so in love with this. I'm so in love with it, I don't want to give it away. So that tells me that I may make a bigger version of it with thicker yarn for here. That's not, I mean, everybody says they love it and they love how the striping came out and that from the ice cream yarn, and I do think it's a beautiful blanket. But if I make this, I would rather stripe it and have it in different colors, like the textured section a color and then another color for the other. Although, like I said, this did come out beautiful, and I actually have some pistachio um, yarn that I got, the pistachio ice cream yarn that I could make this with. But, and if I make it in a version for me, I will probably do it with the not modified version. But, you know, if I write this up and put it out, although I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to think about it because I kind of like the modified version for a blanket because it would be nice and thick. And I like to have things that I run my fingers across. I like to have textured things. So there you go. It is finished. Lila's baby blanket is finished. And again, like I said, that is the name of this. Lila's blanket. Well, Lila's baby. I do have to start a new baby blanket for her brother or sister, but it's going to be an easier one, but one still a type that I've never done before. I'm going to do a square one that starts from, or a rectangle one that starts as a square in the middle. I'm not sure exactly what type yet. If you have a favorite blanket that starts out like that as a square in the middle and then goes into a rectangle, let me know. Maybe I'll make that one. I haven't decided what I'm going to make yet. Right now, I'm working on a capelet for my mom that I want to get done ASAP. She just got out of the hospital, but she keeps, she goes in and out so much. I want to get this done for her. I was doing it wrong. I had to restart it. And then I thought for some reason that it went this way, but it doesn't. This is the neckline up here. It goes like this. So I may not have had to have restarted it, but it was completely off gauge, and it does say the gauge matters. And so I went up a hook size, and it is now like almost on gauge. It's a little off still, but not like it was. It was off by a half an inch before. Now it might be like not even a full stitch off. So yeah, it's only a couple millimeters compared to so there is something that's another thing I'm working on. Um I started, is that what's in here? I started a knit project, but then stopped almost as soon as I started because I had other things to do. This just has, I want to make crocheted socks. I need to get the right hook size, and so I have the yarn in here. That's what's in here. But I thought I had a project in here too, but I guess not. I change bags around anymore. Like if I'm going for my pain block, sometimes the last time I just took what I was going to work on and put it in here because it was small enough. Um, I believe I worked on my, what's in here, my washcloth. And this is actually following a pattern. I went from working on one that was not following a pattern to one that is. So I had just started working on that the last time I had my paint block. So I took this with me. I'm going to finish this before, I don't know if it'll be before I work on the cowl again, but I'm learning some stitches on this in order for the cowl, hopefully to be a little easier for me. I still need to finish the dragon. I have one wing to finish before I can start sewing the dragon together. And then I have just little pieces that have to be made, toes, fingernails, eyelashes, different things, that just you need for the dragon. Fire, like fire that's coming out of the tail. Um, or it's just a piece on the tail, but it looks like fire. It's bright, it's yellow. Anyway, it's a Pokemon dragon, and I need to still figure out the eyes for it. I'm hoping I can find a pair to purchase for it. I found lots of cool Pokemon eyes that I could purchase, but not actually the dragon eyes because they're different than the regular Pokemon eyes. If you know where to get dragon eyes from, this is actually, I always forget his name. I know they make more than one dragon. I do know that. Or Pokemon has more than one dragon. Pokemon is the Christmas dragon, and I that is not the right pattern in here. That's because the Christmas blanket is what needs to be in this bag. As I said, I move things around for when I need them. This is not coming down in here. I have started doing my once a month Mondays where everybody works on something that they're going to give away to somebody or organization or whatever. I've started that, and I'm thinking already of going to two times, 2 times a month instead of once. And evidently, I do not have this pattern in here. Oh, it's because I see it somewhere else. It is right here. It's Charizard. I'm having a hard time finding eyes for a Charizard. Now, it says to make them out of felt. Gives you the template up here to use for the felt. I did felt eyes for the Mew that I did for my daughter, and I really didn't like them. And honestly, and I can't find my felt. So instead of buying more felt, because I had bought a big package and I need to find it, I think I have an idea where it is, but it's like completely buried. Instead of buying more felt, I'd rather buy the eyes. So if anybody knows where to get Charizard eyes, let me know. I've looked it up and it's just, it's hard to find things as you do that. Now, for our crochet corner, we are working on a cowl. 2 of us are working on it. This is part of it. It is a pillow. So it is a book pillow. And there are 2 versions. You can do it where you either sew all the sides together and you put the pillow form in, or you can make an envelope, which is what I'm doing, the envelope back. And actually, so is she. So we're both doing that. And then I also have a pocket shawl that I'm working on that my best friend and I are both working on together. Not the same one. I mean, she's working on one and I'm working on one. But when we get together and talk and work on a project, this is basically what we work on. Unless we say, okay, it's a non-scarf night, because really we don't need this until next fall/winter. We do have another shawl that we want to work on. That is like for more spring weather, but by the time, even if we started it today, by the time we got done, spring would be over with because it's already going to be heading into summer soon. All we have is one more week, not even a full week of April, and then May and June. So that is everything I'm working on. Oh, except for I never found, is that in here? Yep, it is in here. Some more sock yarn on top of it. I moved it. I am making what is called oats cowl, and it is designed by Tin Can Knits. Yeah, And I believe I have one row done on here. So yeah, and it is in the round. So it's already put together. One row done. I have this done so that I know which is which side is being worked on versus which side is not. Actually, is that right? It looks like it's looking weird. I'm sorry. I'm not used to this. And I put it away. I think I have like a row and a half done because, yeah, I thought this was where I put it together, but it's not. That's where I'm continuing on a row. This is where it goes to get went together. It's right here. And I am continuing on, and I think I was really tired, which is why I didn't get that row done. But I have it. This one that's upside down is the side that I'm working. No, it's not. Okay. Okay, yeah, right. The one that is right side up is the one that I'm using to knit with. The one that is upside down is the one that I'm working off of. I decided I would do that. That way I would know the difference when I started working on it again. And I can look at it. Actually, I had just started. And I've got 3/4 to go around again. So many things you have to learn with knitting that are different, with crochet, you can put your hook down and all you have to do is remember where you've got to pick up your crochet at. With knitting, especially in the round, um, you have to know which side is going. You're working one loop over to the other, and so basically which side you're working from and which side it's going onto. And if I was working on this and I was doing it with long needles, I would still need to, especially if I stopped in the middle of a row or something, I would still need to know which one is which. So for whenever I have the ends for the needles that you can put on either end, I plan to always have the right side up one be the one that it's being worked onto, and then the upside down being the one that it's coming from. So, or I'll have to look at it like I did this one really good and make sure that I know which way I'm working on it. So, yeah, it's going to be pretty when it's done. I just need to get to working on it some more. And I actually thought it was going to be a little bit longer than it is. So I don't know if I'll be keeping this for myself or I'll be giving it away. I like to have cowls that are pretty drapey, and this one's not going to be that drapey. So, yeah, but we'll see. It is, I want to say it's 30 some inches around, so that would be almost twice the size as my neck. So we'll see. We'll see what it looks like when it's done and when I'm finished with it. So that's everything I'm working on. The only thing I have finished is the blanket, which I showed you at the beginning. And as I told you, well, I told you Crochet Corner that we're working on the cow. Crochet Corner. For those of you who may not have watched me or you're brand new, Crochet Corner is every Tuesday and Thursday, virtual. You can find, we use Google Meet. That's the name of it. And I send the links out to everybody who's a regular, and I put the links up into my group that's on Facebook, which the link for my group is down below. It is a private group, so you do have to answer some questions for me. I do have a page and a group. On Facebook, I really don't do anything on the page anymore. I only keep it up because if anybody has any questions for me who have followed me on the page, who have not moved over to the group. Like I have friends and family who are on the page who are not on my group. So I just mainly leave it open for them. And every once in a while, I'll put up, like when I put something on Instagram, I will share it onto there. And but the group, it's private, so that the only people really on there are crocheters or knitters. And some of my family still joined it because they're my family and they want to support me, and some of them want to learn. But yeah, otherwise it's all people who either crochet and knit. And you're all invited to do the virtual chat with me on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's always 5 to 7. Eastern Standard or Eastern Dateline time, whatever. I know half the year it's EST. I say it's EST the whole year. So, and then on the second Monday of the month, I do, I can't remember the name I picked for it. Crafting for a Cause, I think. So that way you can, whatever you're making is to give away to somebody. So there you go. I gotta get going. I want to get this up. I'm exhausted. I have my friend and I are supposed to talk for a little bit, then I'm going to bed. Um, I have not been feeling well the last couple of days. I'm not sick. It's just something going on with my body, so I'm just not feeling the best. And I have done something to my lower back. I used to have some engorged discs. I don't know if the pain that's coming from it right now has to do with that, if I have pulled it out again, but it's not excruciating all the time. But every once in a while I need to take a muscle relaxer, or I have to double up on my Lyrica. My Lyrica is basically as needed. It used to be twice a day. Then it went to as needed, and yeah, I can't think. Sorry, it's getting late. I couldn't think all day today. I really had nothing to do at the time. So sometimes, like today, I took an extra Lyrica, and then I had to take a nap. Not that it makes me tired, but I needed to rest my body because it was just hurting all over. So I woke up and was feeling a little bit better. I got to go outside and I walked around for a little bit, and yeah, I'm trying to make sure that I get active every day, at least for a little bit. I went from walking around the house once to trying to get walking around it like 1.5, which basically to 2 times, because it's kind of hard to do just 1.5 because I end up in the back and then I have to come back around. But I may stop and catch my breath for a while and stand back there before I finish the second loop. So half a loop anyway. But with that, I'm going to get going. Sorry, I've been really out of it the last couple of videos. I promise things are going to get better. So we're not sure what's all going on either. As I said, my mom came home from the hospital. I may start helping to take care of her not this next week, but after that, during the day, my husband may be starting to help as well. So my time may be a little bit more limited for a while, but you know, family always comes first. I've always said that, and I am a true believer. So yeah, but I will always make videos when I have a chance. I will see you then. I'm trying to get to making more. I would like to get back to finishing the book of Anna Karenina, and yeah, we'll see. Maybe even tomorrow, if I feel up to it, maybe I'll read some. I have a Bible study I need to finish as well that I'm doing on my own, and so I can get the book back to my aunt. And yeah, so I just have a lot of things on my plate right now that I am trying to do, trying to make my life better, trying to eat better when I can even eat, because I haven't really been very hungry lately. So with that, I'm going to go, and I will see you soon. I love you guys. Remember, always remember you matter. And you're beautiful and you're gorgeous. And I will see you guys soon. I will post all the pictures I took. I took pictures outside right before the sun started going down, or actually at about the time when you could tell it was, you know, starting to get into the setting stage, but not where it goes zoom, you know, and sets. But as it's starting, the sun is starting to come down along the other side. So I think it was 6 o'clock or so, and I got some really good pictures outside. So I will be posting those, and you can see the stitches up close. And I will for sure be posting them on Instagram probably first, and then I will share it on my Facebook, and I will put it in my group as well. So again, if you're interested in my group, the link is below. We would love to have you there. And I will see you guys soon. I love you again. Remember, you matter, and you are gorgeous, and you're beautiful, and don't let anybody tell you. I love each and every one of you, and I will see you soon. Later.